How's it going, guys? Today we are going to look at the new runes on Heimerdinger. I'm going to talk to you guys about how I feel about certain runes and what I think is going to work in Season 8 and what I think is working right now. Heimerdinger has kind of got a bit of a mini nerf due to Thunderlords being taken away from him. We all know that. If you're Heimerdinger one-trick pony or an enthusiast like myself, then you would know that by now, from playing the preseason, that Heimerdinger's burst is kind of nullified. Everyone's used to that auto attack, you know, grenade, or the just throw missiles, get 3 missiles to hit, boom, Thunderlord's proc. We don't have that anymore, okay? So we need to rethink how we're going to play Heimer and how we're going to kind of judge how much damage we want to do. That being said, there is a few different ways you can build Heimer and a few different runes you can use in order to make this viable, to make it good. So, starting off, guys, I have a couple of builds I'm going to talk through, or a couple of rune pages I'm going to talk to you about. And we're going to start with Heimerdinger, okay? So, this is probably, this rune page right now that you're looking at on the screen is probably the safest rune page that you can use, okay? So, if you just don't know, Aery is pretty much this little magical fox, rabbit thing, whatever she is. And whenever you damage a champion, Aery will go to them, do damage, and then come back to you again. The good thing and bad thing about Aery is that within her, there is an inbuilt cooldown. And the cooldown isn't flat, it's based on how far away the champion is that you attack. So if the champion is quite far away, say you land your missiles from a good amount of range, it's going to take a longer time for Aery to come back to you in order for you to damage them again and so on. In team fights, if Aery is very close to you, say you're against a melee champion, Aery can obviously go backwards and forwards to the champion a lot faster than they would if, say, for example, you were diving them or using, say, your Alt-E. So, the good thing is, though, Aery will hit 100% of the time. So if you auto-attack, use a spell, use anything, Aery is guaranteed damage, guys, okay? And take that in mind for whenever we talk about Comet, because Comet can be dodged, but we'll get there whenever we get there. So Aery is a safe choice, guys. Probably one of the least damage runes in the game. You know, Electrocute, high damage, long cooldown. Comet, relatively good amount of damage, can be dodged. Aery, a lower end amount of damage, but it's guaranteed. So it's a safe bet, guys, especially whenever you're in the laning phase. So Aery. Then Ultimate Hat, for me, I think is a brilliant choice because the Ultimate's cooldown is reduced by 5% each time you cast your Ultimate. Its cooldown is further reduced by 2%, stacks up to 5 times. So that's amazing, guys. You know, think about it. Having your ult turret up constantly in team fights, your ult turret even whenever you're pushing lanes and so on. I feel it's a really, really good rune to have, especially in Heimerdinger's kit. Going down, we have Absolute Focus. While above 70% health, gain an adaptive bonus of up to 24 damage or 40 ability power. Hopefully, guys, you're going to be above 70% health most of the time when you're playing Donger, because if you're around 30%, 20% health, you're inclined to die. You know, Heimerdinger is not the tankiest of champions, so most of the time you're going to try and stay above that amount of health. So it's pretty good. The adaptive bonus is awesome, and I think, again, it plays really well in the Heimerdinger's kit. And then we move down to Scorch. Your next ability that hits sets the champions on fire, dealing 30 to 60 bonus damage based on level after 1 second. So the cooldown is 20 seconds. It's quite a long cooldown, but it's quite a large amount of damage. You know, whenever you proc it off, say you're doing like a death push or you're trading quite well, Scorch is a pretty good option. And guys, this rune page here is based on me building some kind of mana. When I say that, that's a Morello's, or say a Banshees, well, not a Banshees, well, some kind of mana item will be built into this. Even say a couple of Dark Seals and the Dorans. The reason being is you can get mana flow band and all that jazz, which in turn allows you to build more offensively. But this is a safe rune page, guys. This is a safe rune page. This is kind of a rune page which still stays true to the Heimerdinger's build path. Okay, so a Morello's, a Leandry's, and so on. But that being said, you could go for more mana-orientated runes in the sorcery page, which means it will allow you to build offensively quite fast. You know, get a Leandry's Void like myself. But again, guys, this is a safe bet. Okay. Secondary rune page here, Domination, 15 attack damage, 25 ability power, adaptive. We went for Cheap Shot. Cheap Shot, damaging champions with impaired movement or actions, deals 12 to 30 bonus true damage. This is good because obviously, guys, most of the time, you'll land your grenade, which will slow them, which will stun them. in turn allowing you to have that extra damage. That means that you can further land your Alt W or your ultimate Q, then stun, followed by your W and so on. So the tree damage is mostly going to pop off because Heimerdinger has that grenade built in his kit. It's a good idea. And then eyeball collection. This is where you can kind of have a bit of fun. You can go for eyeball collection or other things, but I think this is good because look at it, guys. Gain an adaptive bonus of 0.6 attack damage or 1 ability power per eyeball collected. Upon completing your collection of 20 eyeballs, additionally gain adaptive bonus of 6 attack damage or 10 ability power. Collect 2 eyeballs per champion takedown, 1 eyeball per ward takedown. So with Heimerdinger, you're constantly trading, guys. You're probably going to get a lot of kills. Depends how aggressive you play, like myself. But I think eyeball collection is pretty good in regards to scaling and in regards to trading. I think it goes well in the Heimerdinger's kit, and especially with this rune page. So that being said, that is Aery done. More than likely, one of the rune pages that I'm going to use in the mid lane more than the top lane. Then we'll move on to Comet Dong. Comet Dong, guys, very similar as you can see, but we have Comet instead of Aery. Comet, guys, Comet is good, okay? The damage is good, okay? It's better than Aery. It's not as good as Electrocute. It's one of those things in the middle ground. Comet, though, can be dodged. If you've played the preseason yet, you'll know that people can dodge your Comets. You can counteract this, though, if you build the Rileys. You can slow them, obviously, in turn, making it harder to dodge your Comet. Obviously, they're going to not be able to dodge your Comet whenever you stun them and so on, but just relatively trading in lanes and so on, unless you slow them or unless you stun them, the Comet can be easily dodged. You see it coming a mile off. But when it does land, it does a lot more damage. But again, like I said, you need to slow them or you need to stun them. So, moving on. Mana Flow Band. Again, this rune page can maybe allow you to build a lot more offensively. So you have the extra damage from the Comet. And in the Mana Flow Band, every 60 seconds your next ability you use has its mana or energy cost refunded and restores 8% of your missing mana or energy. Again, having this allows you to maybe rush a Liandry's or a Void over Morello's. You know, you don't have to get that chapter. You can just go balls to the wall and get that penetration, especially with people not starting early penetration or ability power runes anymore. This allows you to straight off go ham, go aggressive, just like me. But it's all down your playstyle, guys. It's all down your playstyle. And again, absolute focus. While above 70% health, gain an adaptive bonus of 24 attack damage or 40 ability power. Again, like I said, you want to try and stay above that kind of 70%, because if you fall below it, you're probably dead. This obviously allows you as well to dive. Having that extra health allows you to dive people and hopefully pop off quite early. Heimerdinger is still one of those champions, guys, that you kind of need to get ahead. If you fall behind, if you go like 0-2, 0-3 in lane, it's very, very hard. Especially now with the new runes, it's very, very hard for you to come back up. You know, when it hits mid to late and you're 0-3 and like the laner you're against, it's like an Aurelia, a Camille, a Yaz, a Zed, a Talon. If those guys are like 4-0, 3-0, it's going to be very, very hard for you to come back and really do much without getting nuked down. You're going to have to rush a Zonya, you're going to have to rush Liandry's, you're going to have to play relatively defensive or a Banshees, whatever it is, you get back into the game and in turn further setting yourself behind. Anyway. And then Scorch again for that extra damage. This is a very aggressive rune page, guys. This is a very aggressive rune page, but I threw the mana band in there allowing you to build aggressive as well. Moving on to the secondary runes, we went for Domination again. I still feel like Domination is probably the best symbiotic relationship with sorcery right now, especially for Heimerdinger. And then we move on to Eyeball Collection. I already spoke about that. Pretty cool, pretty good skill in AP whenever you get takedowns and so on. And I went for Relentless Hunter. Okay, so again, this is kind of, I think it'll fall quite well into Heimerdinger's build path and into his passive. So gain 8 out of combat movement speed plus 8 per bounty hunter stack. And earn a bounty hunter stack the first time you get a takedown on an enemy champion. So obviously the movement speed works quite well with Heimerdinger. You know, going in and getting escapes, build the Rileys, slow them. You have the extra movement speed from Relentless Hunter, as well as the passive from whenever you're running around your turrets. I feel like Relentless Hunter could be quite good in team fights, maybe not the laning phase. I guess maybe if you're top lane, you can use this to escape quite well, you know, against those Aurelias. Jace maybe not. Jace is ridiculous at the minute, guys, don't even get me started. But I feel like Relentless Hunter does go quite well into Heimerdinger's playstyle and into his potential build path, especially with this new passive and his rework. So that is the 2 rune pages that I think will be used in mid lane and potentially top. Comet, if you're going to be playing aggressive and you're going to be getting O'Reillys, it's all about kind of movement speed, slowing people down, and again, I threw the mana flow band in there to allow you to build aggressive early game. Like I said, Heimerdinger, this is safe. This is safer. You're going to get a Morellos. You're going to kind of go Morellos, Leandries, Void, a Banshee's thrown in there. This is a safer rune page. But if you want to have a bit of fun, like me, I'm always up for having some fun, guys, especially in the top lane. And Kleptomancy right now, guys, you've seen a couple of my videos on it. You've probably seen other YouTubers and streamers' videos on it as well, you know, with Gangplank and Ez and Heimerdinger. I think Kleptomancy is superb in the top lane right now, especially against people who are predominantly melee. So, you all know the Kleptomancy right now, the Kleptomancy rune is, you use a spell, it allows you to use a spell, then whenever you auto attack someone, you will get an item, or guaranteed 5 gold. So you'll auto attack someone, you'll get a random item. You'll get pots, you'll get wards, you'll get elixirs. It's amazing. It's so good. So that being said, it's hard to use this against someone like Lux, someone like Aery, someone like Cinder, someone who stuns you, keeps you at range. You're not going to get in range to auto attack to get the Kleptomancy to proc in order to get these items. But if you're playing them in the top lane, you are going to be against Aurelias, Camille's, Maokai's, Malphites, who else? A lot of guys who have to come into melee range. So those are the guys you're going to keep auto attacking, keeping at bay. As soon as they come into melee attack, you throw down your turret, melee attack, elixir, melee attack, ward. It is really good and allows you to get ahead really fast. The thing is, guys, Kleptomancy early game, so OP, especially on Heimerdinger. You are going to be overflowing with gold. You're going to be overflowing with gold. But the thing is, Kleptomancy is an early game rune. Probably the first 10 to 15 minutes, you're going to be destroying these guys in lane. You're going to be getting ahead due to getting an early spike from having the extra gold, the extra elixirs, being able to dive them and so on. But when it hits 20 minutes, starts to hit late game, these guys are going to have their damage runes, their scaling runes, their health runes, whatever else they have, and Kleptomancy is going to start to fall off. Kleptomancy is going to start to fall off, guys. So take that a note. If you do have Kleptomancy top lane, try and end the game fast, because think about it. Team fights, you're against a Yaz, you're both 5-0. Or say you're 6-0, the Yaz is 2-0. You do not have time to start auto attacking and throwing spanners at him, okay? You don't do that anymore. It's mid to late game. It's team fights. It's all about landing those grenades. It's about doing as much damage as possible. It's about getting out of there in time. That is where Kleptomancy falls off. But it is so fun. It is so fun, especially on the Donger, guys, because Heimerdinger has a really good range, and utilize it. Whenever he's throwing his spanners, you know, I think a lot of people, especially when they first start playing Heimer, they don't understand how much range he actually has. And that's why Thunderlords last season was so good. You're able to just keep proccing it from level 1, literally 3 spanners over and over again. As soon as it was up, it was down again. It was great. That being said, guys, moving down the Kleptomancy tree, we have Biscuit Delivery. Biscuit Delivery, gain a total biscuit of Everlasting Will every 3 minutes until 12 minutes. Biscuits restore 15% of your maximum health and mana. Consuming any biscuit increases your mana cap by 40 permanently. Manaless champions with, like, we have mana, it doesn't matter. I choose this because, again, this allows me, I feel that whenever you go this route of Kleptomancy, you don't have to build Morellos, you don't have to build any mana items, you don't have to build anything that is around sustain. You have to even get a Dark Seal, because you're constantly kept afloat from the health pots you steal, you're constantly kept afloat from the mana potions, and so on. You do not need to build any mana, okay? Personally, anyway. Some people might disagree, but personally, I don't think you need to. Biscuit Delivery allows you to keep afloat, and it's just that little extra cookie in your pocket you can eat in the go, and it's just that kind of safety net. It means you do not have to rely on getting potions, and you know that every 3 minutes you're going to be getting one of those cookies in your pocket, and it's going to give you that sustain. Hopefully keep proccing Kleptomancy, and in turn go back to base with a crazy amount of gold. Okay? Futures Market. You can enter debt at any time to buy items. This goes really well with the gold you get from Kleptomancy. It kind of furthers the spike that you can get early game, because you're going to have the extra gold from Kleptomancy, and you're going to have the potential extra gold from the debt you have with the futures market to allow you to go back to lane with an item that you maybe wouldn't have ever had if you started with Aery. And then Cosmic Insight, really, really good, flat, perfect item, perfect rune to have. 5% CDR, 5% max CDR, 5% summon or spell CDR, and 5% item CDR, which is superb, guys. This is just a good, flat, safe rune to have in the inspiration tree. And what goes well with inspiration and Kleptomancy is sorcery. 20% potion and elixir duration goes insanely well whenever you steal elixirs, of course. Why would you not get that? And 16 attack damage or 27 ability power. Ultimate hat. Of course, ultimate hat, your ultimate cooldown is reduced. We already spoke about that in the other trees. Really just standard safe rune. Why would you not want to reduce cooldown on your ultimate hat? Again, it goes really well with Kleptomancy and the CDR you get from Cosmic Insight. More CDR the better. And then Transcendence. Gain 10% CDR when you reach level 10. Excess CDR becomes AP or AD. So this should reduce your cooldowns by a tremendous amount. Again, without having to build any CDR. This should allow you to build quite aggressive early game and allow you to get ahead early game due to the Kleptomancy gold, the Kleptomancy elixirs, and so on. So these are my three main ones that I use. Obviously, I have the gotta go fast Dong or fast rune as well, where you've seen me playing them a few times in the bot lane. I might make another video on it, where you go support, phase rush, phase rush, celerity or clarity, water walking, approach velocity. Pretty much you just go as much movement speed as possible and see how much damage you can do. Play support, wander up mid lane and so on. I don't know exactly how viable it really will be in ranked, but this is more of a fun rune page. I don't need to go too much into this. Just build as much movement speed as possible, get 5 Ludens and speed boots, and just hopefully kill people before they catch you. That's the main that's the main point of this rune page anyway. But hopefully, after watching this video, guys, you understand the best rune page to go for your playstyle, not just for Heimerdinger, but for your playstyle. Like I said, even last season, build paths, rune pages are all situational, and it's all around how you are as a player. Some rune pages fit people better than others. They're more passive, and some rune pages fit others because they're more aggressive. So find your playstyle, find your build path, and find your rune page. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, as always, please slap a big, massive, dirty like on it below. It really helps me out. But until next time, bros, take it easy. Peace out, and good luck on the Rift.